How's it going, everybody? This is David Jones here for Speak On It for Mental Health, and we're here with E-Browning, and he is also a member of the Universal Battle Zone. He's collaborated with a number of major artists just in the past 12 months alone, and he's here to talk about his experience over the course of COVID-19. Take it away.
All right. So as David Jones just said, my name's E-Browning, and over the course of the time with COVID, I've definitely struggled with mental health issues, depression, anxiety, and just really trying to stay on top and stay positive throughout everything that's been setting you back and keeps on hitting you. And personally, I lost some friends to suicide, which is its own battle with mental health. During the time of COVID, I was able to do a benefit show for another person who passed away, and we raised over like $500 for this family to help them out during the tough time with their grieving and their loss, just through the art of music. And personally, I have struggled so much with depression, but I've overcome it, reached out to people. I found people who were going through the same thing, and I'm not alone.
No, you're definitely not alone. In fact, I've talked to a ton of different artists that are kind of, going through some struggles and going through some things that they're dealing with. And sorry to hear about your loss. I've seen it. I've even heard, in my own personal circles, family members that are passing away because of not even the virus itself, but just the after effects of this virus and what it's doing to them. So very sorry to hear about your situation. And, I'm glad to hear that you're pushing through. And so with regards to music, I wanted to ask, how has that helped you along the way through some of these struggles that you've been going through?
Oh man, honestly, if it wasn't for music and me being able to take my emotions and my raw feelings and write them down, I don't know if I would be here today. Like being able to have that outlet that I can put what I am feeling down onto a piece of paper that gets recorded and released and put out to, I just want to help one person, you know what I mean? Let them know that they're not alone during this struggling time. And I've had a good outcome. The music has been like a raft, and it's just keeping me afloat. Without music, there would be no E-Browning.
Right. No, and a lot of artists have said the same. This is the only thing they have to lean on. Personally, I've had, I'm not going to mention names, of course, but direct messages of people that have said that some of the music that they're doing is actually saved their lives during this time. And I can appreciate an artist that's as passionate as yourself and many others that I've talked to that use their music in a positive way to try and inspire other people and help them cope with some of the things that are going on. So that leads me into my last question. What would you change if you had the opportunity? If you had the opportunity to go back to the beginning of COVID, and this is the first time that I presented this question in these interviews, but what would you go back in the beginning and change if you knew that this was going to happen?
That's a really good question, actually. And personally, I don't know if I would change anything, because the way that I make my music, I know that I rep them positive vibes, and I just try to let people know that whatever they're going through, no matter the negative, there's always the other side of that spectrum, and there's a positive. So even though on your worst and darkest days, there's still some good within there, and you just have to really find it in yourself. And sometimes those little stepping stones are huge milestones, and it's just feels so good to be able to use music as that outlet and help other people out. I would not change anything. I've been trying to, create this message and bring, unity and bring some uplifting and get other people feeling that they're not alone. Because at the end of the day, you have to fight your battles by yourself, but knowing that there's other people who are going through the same thing, it makes the job and the struggle a lot more easier. And it's not always going to be, sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you're going to have days where you have those negative thoughts and you can't do anything about it other than reflect on the good things and the things that are going well.
I couldn't have answered it better myself. It's a big struggle. The times are hard. We're doing the best that we can. And sometimes, I've said this before and I'll say it again, sometimes the best, most beautiful work that you have ever had comes out of that deep struggle. Every single person that goes through this deep struggle has that triumphant piece of work that they created through those times. And most of the legendary artists that we listen to are also doing the same thing in their careers. So ladies and gentlemen, E-Browning, absolutely amazing networking skills, promoter, has a series of different collaborations with major artists, including but not limited to the promotions that he's been doing the last 6 months. Thank you very much for your time. And we will definitely definitely be seeing more of you, because we're going to be sharing your links and promoting your work, because I believe in what you're doing. So thank you very much. E-Browning, you're going to see him this Friday. For those in the UBZ, you're going to see him on Freestyle Fridays this Friday, and he's doing a lot of good stuff. So keep up the good work, man.
Hey, thank you.